thought of all our wins in the last couple of years, this was the grittiest, toughest performance I think we've had. Everybody just dug in there defensively. We couldn't get anything going offensively, which we haven't been able to in the last couple games. And we just kept battling away. And then when Brandon went out, obviously it was up to Trevor and Jeremy. Jeremy had an unbelievable first half. He kept us in there in the first half. The second half started, we wanted to go to CJ, and CJ got us in charge, got us in front. They were so concerned with CJ that we got 2 lob passes because CJ was hurting so much. And then, you know, Trevor got really his best look in the corner and made it. And then we ran a little screen for him, and you know, he can make those shots. And this was a big day for him to be able to make that shot. But I think overall it was just the toughness defensively that we had the whole game. You know, Villanova, I think Jay has turned them around. They're going in the right direction. And, you know, our defense was just really good the whole game. And we battled. That was the difference in the game. And we got, sooner or later, going to make a couple shots. But to overcome Brandon not being able to play was big. Trevor's been good on defense, and that's a big factor. And then, you know, sooner or later he's going to get a look and knock those down. So this was a tremendous effort, and I'm proud of the way that everybody competed on the defensive end.
Jim, James wasn't able to play today.
The statement's out. I can't say anything more. That's it. We got to play the guys that can play. That's all we can do. We had a game. It's a pretty good game. We got questions or not? Is that all anybody wants to ask?
You mentioned Brandon being out and being gritty, but not only is he out, James is out too. Can you talk about just in general all the guys that had to step up and play a lot more?
Well, that's what I said earlier. The key guy was Jeremy in the first half. Kept us in the game, makes 3 field goals, and played well defensively. I thought he made a big basket in the second half when it was right in there. But I thought his defense was good the whole game. I thought day one made a couple good plays. We got him the ball in position. He made a couple good plays out there for us, which I think was good. Defensively, he knocked a couple away. I thought he was much more engaged, and obviously Trevor was key. It was really 3 freshmen that won this game. I mean, obviously CJ was huge, and Michael played the way he can play, but the 3 freshmen were really the difference in the game. Bai was hurt, and then Rock was just okay, but you know, the 3 freshmen were the difference in the game. I think they had, you know, 20-some points between them, 25 points between them, and they're probably averaging about 6. So I think that was a big key. Illinois was a good rebounding team. We battled them pretty well overall. They're really, since they've been playing their bigger guys, they're a really good rebounding team. But again, those freshmen really, they had to step up. And I think I told them before the game, I think you're good players. You know you're good players. You haven't played because the guys ahead of you are better players. But that doesn't mean you can't play. And they stepped up big. Our defense was really good tonight.
So how much more important do Jeremy and Trevor become the rest of the way?
Well, Trevor's always been important. We only have 2 other guards, so he's been important from the beginning. We've been squeezing by playing our guards 38 minutes, which just to correct something. If Brandon and Michael had to play 38 minutes every game, they're not 38 years old. They could play 38 minutes every single game and be just as good at the end of the year as they would be in the beginning. These guys aren't, you know, I don't know if I could play every game, but they can play every game. If they had to play 40 minutes every game, they could play 40 minutes. We've had guys do it, many guys, many times, and they could do it. But we'd like to get Trevor out there. He gives us a weapon that we, you know, hopefully will get better as we go along, and that he can make shots. But obviously, you know, today with James not being there, you know, day one got more minutes, and he did fine, did okay. And I thought that obviously Jeremy was great. He made big plays and defensive plays, drew a charge. I mean, he was tremendous. He's a good player. We try not to recruit bad players.
Coach, sometimes you talk about, hesitating to put even 1 or 2 freshmen in, but now with changing roles, you're probably going to have to rely on 3, a little bit more than
Well, I don't
anticipated.
hesitate to put them in the sense that I don't think they're good. I hesitate to put them in because I think the other guy's better. That's the only thing there.
Jim, what are the dynamics? Providence, you said the 3 guys you wouldn't have won if they played, and today you won because they did play. So what are the dynamics?
Well,
What changes? You
again,
wrote it away.
to clarify what I said at Providence, I think we have a better chance to win playing the other guys. Not that we couldn't win, but that we have a much better chance. If I wasn't clear on that, I'll try to clarify. I just think we have a better chance with the veteran guys, that's all. And when we have to play these guys, and I told them this today, I think they're good players.
Yeah, I'm not challenging. I'm
No,
just
no.
wondering what happened. It's interesting.
That's,
that,
they had to play.
Right.
In other words, the way I coach, I don't play everybody. I play the best players. And if, we've got these freshmen, they've had a lot of game experience. They're all playing double-figure minutes. And they've all been in key situations, not just blowouts. They've been in key situations this year, all 3. Trevor played at Arkansas. I mean, Jeremy's played big games, and Daylon has been in. So they've all been in, but I feel more comfortable in certain situations. And Daylon's defense, the reason he played so much tonight, his defense was better. Not that his offense, his defense. His defense was better. But Trevor had to play. I would have played him a little bit tonight, but it's tough for a shooter. He goes in, he gets 2 shots and misses them both. And I can't give him, he needs 17 minutes. Well, I'm not giving him 17 minutes, probably, unless there's a situation. And he didn't make any shots for the first 15 minutes he was in. He made his 2 shots in the last 2 minutes. Well, he wouldn't be in there at that stage, probably, because Brandon Trish is a great player. So that's the issue. But Jeremy has played, and obviously I'd rather have James out there than Jeremy because we need shooting. It's pretty obvious that the way we've shot the ball, that we're not setting any records shooting the ball. We're next to, Mike, I don't want you to have to correct me on this. I'll say we're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league rather than pick a number. That way you don't have to say, it's not that, it's this. We're one of the worst shooting. And, but we're also one of the worst free throw shooting teams, and we just had 2 games where we made free throws, which is good. It's a good change. But again, I think we're belaboring this. I would rather go with experienced players if I have them. That's what we try to do here. We try to develop players and have experienced players here. That's why we've been consistent, I think, and not have to play young guys. But they have to play a couple freshmen, and one was 1 for 7 from the 3, and the other one was 1 for 6 from the field. I mean, they're probably not quite ready to play. Not that they could be the next game, but maybe they're not. But again, I think all of our guys are good players. That's what I believe that. But I'd rather go with the veteran guys if we can. See what happens.
Do you think Jeremy's ready to step up to the challenge?
We did today. He did today.
Is it more of a game by game with the freshman as opposed to a veteran
It's
player?
a game by game with everybody. Brandon was 1 for 8.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's up and down. Nobody's going to be good every night. Maybe CJ will be every night, but most guys are a little up and down. But we need Brandon to be more consistent. I thought he was aggressive tonight. I thought he had good shots. He took good shots. There was a couple of touch fouls out. It was such a physical game, and we got a couple of touch fouls out there. And, that happens sometimes. But it was a great experience day for Trevor, and we know he can shoot. We've seen him do it day in, day out. So, he broke the game open. This game would have gone down to the wire. He broke the game open.
You said you wanted to go to CJ coming out of halftime. He was so assertive in those first few minutes. Did you say something to him going out?
We just called his play. He had to shoot. He didn't have any choice. Michael was looking for him, we were screening for him, and then they corrected so much we got the 2 outs. So, he was good. CJ was great tonight. We needed him to have a big game, especially with Brandon. You know, if Brandon had been, you know, we were going back and forth between Brandon and CJ if Brandon had gotten foul trouble.
Late in the game, you had, Michael had 2 turnovers, almost a third. Did you have to settle him down a bit, or?
You know, he makes big plays. He's gonna turn it over once in a while. You know, he's gonna make a turnover. He tried that long pass. Should have not thrown that one pass. That wasn't there. Just keep the ball. The other one, he got up in the air a little bit, and guys didn't move well. It was a combination of things. But whenever you're holding the ball late, we just want the clock to run and take our time. And we got, you know, we did a fairly good job. We made it too bad. You know, too
Did you have to
bad.
settle him down on the sideline when he was?
No, he's fine. He's fine. You know, he's gonna make a mistake once in a while. He's entitled. He's entitled. All right, good. Thank you.